Printing Plus, the first and last word in print and promotion. Be it a promotional product for your next event, custom t-shirts, you name it. Depend on Printing Plus. We're on McCulloch, across from Media Center Drive. Years of work by many in Lake Havasu City ended on a very happy note Wednesday afternoon in Denver. This crowd gathered at the Jersey Grill to watch as Mayor Mark Nexon and his colleagues made their final presentation in the America's Best Communities competition. Here is that presentation and the result of the dedication of so many.
My name is Mark Nexon, and I'm the mayor of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. With me today are Cal Sheehy and Tanya Krieger. We are grateful for the vision of Frontier Communications and its partners for creating the America's Best Communities competition. Because of the ABC competition, we are stronger, united, more economically sustainable, and on a path that will forever change our community for the better. This competition motivated stakeholders throughout our community to openly discuss our opportunities, challenges, and our future. A major challenge became immediately apparent when a prospective employer chose to go elsewhere due to the lack of an available workforce. That experience was a wake-up call that our community was suffering from a condition known as demographic starvation. We found that the distribution of population by age reveals that Lake Havasu City has a significantly older population than the state average. About 29% of the city's population is over 65, compared to only 14% of the state population. The median age in Arizona is 35. The median age nationally is 37 years old, and the median age in our city is 53 and rising. Our Vision 2020 Revitalization Plan is a multi-pillar approach created to solve the issue of demographic starvation by creating a community where more young professionals will choose to live, work, play, and raise a family. During the America's Best Community Summit last year in Raleigh, the judges asked us what we were doing to engage younger segments of our community in the ABC process. Immediately upon returning, we increased the size of our ABC team to 49 members by recruiting younger leaders in our community. By welcoming Tanya Krieger.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm excited to be here and share a part of my journey and my inspiration to be a part of our revitalization plan. I am one of the new members of the team representing younger leadership in the community. Having a background in economics and finance, but working in that field right before the Great Recession, I ended up relocating from a densely populated suburb of Detroit to Lake Havasu City for a teaching job. Little did I know, I would meet my now husband at new teacher orientation. Fast forward 11 years and Lake Havasu City is our home. I am motivated each day to make it the best community for our 3 young daughters. Moving to a rural community was a bit of a culture shock, but also presented new and exciting opportunities as I started to explore the area and natural beauty of Lake Havasu. One of my frustrations over the last several years was the failure of 3 school funding measures. One key hurdle in passing these measures was addressing demographic starvation. My husband and I knew that to stay in Lake Havasu City, a community we both love, change had to happen. I accepted a position at the Partnership for Economic Development and knew that my role would allow me to begin to address the needs of young professionals and families just like mine. I was excited to see our community create our Vision 2020 Revitalization Plan because I know that the 5-pillar approach helps set up our community for success. Pillar 1 is economic development and job creation with a focus on 3 projects to promote growth through investment within the community. First project is EON, the Entrepreneur Outreach Network. We partnered with the Arizona State University Office of Entrepreneurship and Innovation to provide facilitated training for young startup companies. We've had 45 entrepreneurs participate in the startup school using the lean startup method of build, measure, learn. This allows them to challenge their initial idea and improve their prototype before going to market. The startup school works great as a facilitation model, which allows each participant to strategize and contemplate a variety of ideas with their cohort of peers. Project 2 is the creation of an entrepreneur center, which also offers programming for startups using a series of professional development courses. We also partnered with the Small Business Development Center to offer a 16-hour profit mastery course at our local community college. For our more established businesses or stage 2 companies, we put together a pilot program of economic gardening and Edward Lowe Foundation program. Project 3 within Pillar 1 is focused on the development of a downtown catalyst project. The project was widely accepted by the community after our February town hall, which then the city purchased a parcel of land in the central business district just 1 week later. This space, adjacent to ASU, which will be optimal for downtown gathering space, will include state-of-the-art broadband connectivity, public amphitheater, and high-density retail and dining options. Having a vibrant downtown is exciting, but we knew that we still had work to do to make this space a viable option for all residents. Whether you're a family working in Lake Havasu or a resident that utilizes the many services, a strong education system is vital to growth. Pillar 2 is education and talent supply. The community emphasized K-12 education as an economic issue at the August 2015 town hall. This sparked the creation of Citizens for Havasu Schools, a community-led group that I became involved in. 9 educational town halls were held to solicit stakeholder feedback, which provided the blueprint for the upcoming funding measures. Thanks to the efforts of Citizens for Havasu Schools and their many partners, we are excited to report that previously skeptical voters passed $67 million in school funding measures that will support educators, improve facilities, and update technology for students in Lake Havasu City. Our community showed us that people matter and the place where our kids go to school matters. Funding isn't the only goal of this pillar. Pillar 2 also set goals to address education and technical training opportunities, provided enriched STEM education, and created a business educational collaborative which will enhance career exploration opportunities. These efforts are aimed at cultivating a qualified workforce. I am proud of my participation in Vision 2020 and look forward to continuing progress after today. It doesn't just end with economic development and education. Cal Sheehy will now share with you how Pillars 3, 4, and 5 are interconnected and will have a direct impact on our community demographics.
Thank you, Tanya. I'm a longtime Lake Havasu City resident and a graduate of Lake Havasu High School. I've been involved in the tourism and hospitality industry my entire working life. I started at London Bridge Resort, the property that I now manage, as a housekeeper when I was in high school. I was able to work my way up through the property to assume the top leadership position. I'm passionate about tourism and believe that through the industry, we will be able to diversify our economy. It is through tourism that we will introduce our great city to new people that will one day call Lake Havasu City home, and maybe, just maybe, move their business to Lake Havasu City. Our third pillar is tourism and place development. We focused our efforts on championing the development of new tournament playing fields, wayfinding signage, and a community-wide customer service program. The ball fields and wayfinding projects have been adopted by City Council and are now underway. The Pillar 3 team leveraged ABC dollars with private monies and partnered with the Tourism Ambassador Institute to create the Lake Havasu Tourism Ambassador Program. The program is accredited and graduates receive their Certified Tourism Ambassador credential. The program launched in December, and to date we have graduated over 150 members of our community. The Lake Havasu Hospitality Association has adopted this program as their official education platform to ensure its sustainability. Pillar 4, water, is much more than just a commodity in the Southwest. Not only is the Colorado River our most important attraction for tourism, it is also our only source for domestic water. There is no alternative. The foundation of Pillar 4 is to protect and secure Lake Havasu City's domestic water supply, reduce its draw on a limited resource, and gain a better understanding of the lake. Through Pillar 4, Lake Havasu City is actively pursuing the design and development of an eco-environmental learning center, which supports all 5 pillars. It will be an added tourism product for our visitors to our area. A groundbreaking has taken place on 280 acres of land at the Havasu Riviera site, and the city is working with Arizona State University to bring the vision to reality. As it's imagined, the facility will offer public day-use amenities, a desert botanical garden with walking trails, multi-purpose rooms for educational purposes, and areas designed to support the research and the study of water quality, wastewater reclamation, the Colorado River, and life in the desert Southwest. Community engagement is Pillar 5 and has given us a blueprint for sustainable revitalization. 2 town halls consisting of a diverse cross-section of citizens were convened and provided the vehicle on our road to success. The first town hall was used to chart a course of transformation, and the second was to refine it. To keep the momentum going, we will conduct annual town halls and keep the community engaged for long-term sustainability. In a way to celebrate young leaders, the Pillar 5 team championed a partnership with today's News Herald, Lake Havasu's local newspaper. The paper created a feature showcasing 30 leaders under the age of 40. This demonstrated the commitment of the Vision 2020 plan to highlight the strong influence young leaders have in Lake Havasu City today. In addition to the feature in the newspaper, the Vision 2020 team hosted an event showcasing these dynamic individuals. The feature, titled Bright Future, also parlayed into a new personalized brew, the collaboration of the city's 4 craft brewers. Bright Future Mandarin Pale Ale was then presented to each of the recipients at the Bright Future event. Tanya and I were 2 of the honorees. It made my mom proud, and who doesn't like to see their name on the side of a can of beer? Throughout our journey, from the start of this competition to the last 11-month implementation period, we learned valuable lessons that made our plan stronger and that will transform our community for decades to come. Mayor Nexsen will share with you some of the lessons we learned on this journey.
Thank you, Cal. I can tell you without a doubt that the value of community engagement was perhaps our most significant learning experience. One could even say that through this experience, the community engaged us, which then allowed us to create a living revitalization plan that wouldn't just sit on the shelf. We learned that technology is a powerful tool for community engagement. We created a video series to showcase many of our pillar projects, while also creating a platform to feature the best of Lake Havasu. With the impact of social media, plus 72 speaking engagements, community engagement became crucial to our overall strategy. With all of our outreach, the high point of engaging the community was our February town hall. Updating our model from the previous year, we knew our goal would be to refine our plan based on direct input from stakeholders. We gave updates, celebrated success, and presented projects for the road ahead. Utilizing a survey tool, we could show attendees real-time feedback, which then led to the city purchasing land for the Downtown Catalyst project. It was exhilarating to see the excitement transformed into action. Lake Havasu's current condition is reflected in Mark Lautman's book, When the Boomers Bail. If he were to substitute Lake Havasu City for his fictional city of Winterville, Lautman might say, Lake Havasu City could see that the economic development game was going to change abruptly, from a contest for corporate investment to a contest for qualified workers. So what does this all mean? Lake Havasu City is evolving because of the vision presented by the America's Best Communities competition. When our members return home tomorrow, We will continue on the road ahead as we implement the next phase of our revitalization plan. In the very near future, we will have a vibrant, walkable downtown and thousands of ASU students. We will be a beacon for entrepreneurs, have a strong local economy, have a great understanding of our lake, and be a place for all ages where opportunity has no limits. I am proud of Lake Havasu City and its citizens. Together, we have started the forward motion of addressing our challenge, demographic starvation. Our community rallied in support of our Vision 2020 plan, created through the efforts of the ABC competition. We have a vision, a purpose, and we have a plan. Congratulations to all the finalist communities, and thank you to Frontier Communications, CoBank, Dish, and the Weather Channel. Combined, we are all America's best communities. Thank you.
And with that, we'll answer any questions you may have on our plan or any of our projects.
Thank you. Yeah, I was curious what the extent of your tourism ambassador program is. Is that a pretty robust thing? Is that something that's tied to an academic pool, or is it more about consolidating and making a consistent experience for visitors?
Yeah, great question. We're very proud of our Certified Tourism Ambassador program. The program is a nationally accredited program. It's based on 4 modules. There's 2 modules that are given to every CTA across the country. There's currently 38,000 CTAs in the United States. With Lake Havasu schools, we'll be increasing that to 40,000 real quick. And then 2 modules are specific to the community. And so we had focus groups and subject matter experts that came together from our local community that met with people that developed and built the curriculum. And so they actually have a national certification behind their name. They have the initial CTA, and it's recognized throughout the country. And it is a very exciting program for Lake Havasu to really get all of our folks in the tourism and hospitality industry on the same page, so that when folks visit Lake Havasu or visit our region, they know that Lake Havasu City is a place that gets it. They understand that we want them to continue to come back and explore the great areas of Lake Havasu. Thank you.
How are you measuring the impact of your entrepreneurship development programs?
Our EON programs, our entrepreneurship programs, had different levels. We had a startup program for the ideation phase, where entrepreneurs would start with us, and that's a program where we had 45 take part. Over the last year, we've seen participants that have refined their idea, have evolved, and are moving to market. We had one of our participants featured in a local story on women in business, who was able to take her idea that she developed in EON and move forward with it. So for our startups, we are constantly working with them and moving forward. We also have a mentoring program that works with established businesses to look at what they're doing, facility management, human resources, and things like that. In Lake Havasu, currently 72% of our businesses are 5 or fewer employees. So we are an entrepreneurial community. So we put together the mentoring program so that we could work with those mid-level businesses to help them strengthen and grow within the community. And again, for our stage 3 or stage 2 businesses, the economic gardening program is right now in the pilot phase, but we're looking forward to being able to use the Edward Lowe Foundation to be able to move those stage 2 businesses and to help them grow within the community.
If I could add just briefly to that, one of the questions we oftentimes get when it comes to the demographic starvation, we'll have somebody say, well, isn't it a chicken and egg dilemma? Because if you're trying to create a workforce but there aren't jobs, what are they going to do? They're going to leave, and vice versa. That's why we chose to go the entrepreneurial route, because the number of companies in our community with only 5 or fewer employees says to us that they probably want to grow. but maybe they just haven't had that opportunity or training. So that's when our mentors come into place, because as they grow, what do? They hire more people. They look for more professionals, whether they be accountants, HR, engineering, etc. So by doing that, we're going to grow from within, and suddenly we become more attractive because we are creating a workforce or talent supply that then companies will say, we need to touch into that. Thank you all very much.
Thank you for that.